Hi, I'm Greg Cooper, Director of Communications at the National Motorists Association, and this is The Dashboard. Now let's get into what's making headlines this week. First up, speed cameras in Virginia. Well, here we go again. James City County in Virginia is rolling out automated speed enforcement in school zones. Williamsburg Yorktown Daily reported that drivers will get a 30-day warning period before the tickets start flying in October. Now, protecting kids near schools sounds like common sense, but if you dig into the details at one of the camera sites, Tawana Middle School, things just aren't adding up. The regular speed limit on that road is 45 miles per hour. The school zone drops it all the way down to 25 miles an hour. That's a 20-mile-an-hour drop on a 4-lane divided highway, and the only notice drivers get is a flashing beacon. The school zone is enforced an hour before and an hour after school. But here's the kicker. There are no marked crosswalks anywhere in that stretch. And it's not clear that any students even walk across that busy roadway. In other words, the risk to kids is not obvious, but the opportunity for violations is. In fact, police claim nearly 38 violations were recorded in just 5 days at all 7 of the school locations that will be enforced. This raises the real issue. If thousands of drivers are violating the limit, maybe the limit itself is the problem. Instead of improving safety with better design or tools like speed feedback signs, the county is relying on cameras to issue tickets after the fact. That might generate some revenue, but it doesn't give drivers a fair chance to adjust their behavior, and it doesn't prove that the school zone was necessary in the first place. The National Motorists Association would like to invite you to join or donate to stand against policing for profit. If you're not already a member, join us today and add your voice to the fight. If you're already a member, consider an additional donation to help us push back harder against unfair, automated enforcement. Every contribution makes a difference in protecting drivers' rights. Links to join or donate are in the description. Next, let's head to Nebraska, where according to Rural Radio, a big update in safety traffic laws just took effect. The biggest change is to the move over rule. It's used to apply only to emergency or roadside vehicles. Now, drivers are going to be required to move over for any stopped vehicle, plus pedestrians, bicyclists, and even farm equipment along the shoulder. The intent is safety, but here's the problem. On high-speed roads, forcing a lane change when it isn't necessary can actually make things more dangerous. The law also raises speeding fines for the first time since 1996. A ticket for just 1 to 5 miles an hour over the speed limit now costs $50. That's up from $10. At the top end, going 36 miles an hour or more will cost you $400. The definition of reckless driving was also expanded to include speeds more than double the posted speed limit. And the state DOT now has the authority to reduce speed limits during bad weather or congestion. So why does this matter outside of Nebraska? Because laws like this often become a model for other states. Higher fines, more power for agencies to adjust limits, and broader move-over requirements may sound good in theory, but they can easily turn into overreach. For motorists, it means more penalties, more uncertainty, and fewer opportunities to simply drive without the fear of getting caught in a technical violation. Finally, the first Roush-built Kodiak autonomous truck is delivered. Here's a quick spotlight for you. Kodiak Robotics and Roush Industries have taken a big step towards scaling autonomous trucking. In August, Roush delivered the first truck equipped with Kodiak's AI-powered driver system to Atlas Energy Solutions, part of a 100-truck agreement. Kodiak and Roush announced their manufacturing partnership in June of 2025, and Roush has already set up a dedicated production line in Michigan to upfit trucks with Kodiak drivers module hardware, sensor pods, AI compute, and redundant safety systems. The plan? Scale production into the hundreds by the end of 2026. For drivers in the trucking industry, this isn't science fiction, it's the future arriving now. Technical innovation, like Kodiak's autonomous trucks, can be impactful, but only if it respects motorists' rights, transparency, and safety. We need to see clear evidence that these systems improve outcomes, not just investor headlines. Until then, drivers deserve a cautious, driver-first approach. For drivers who value independence and access, the question isn't just how cool would this be, but also what might we lose along the way. That's it for this week's dashboard. Links to all these stories are in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow us on social media for any updates. If you want more of these kinds of stories, please check out our blog at motorists.org. If you have any traffic-related issues that you'd like us to address, please let me know at greg@motorists.org. This week's member newsletter discusses the difference between speed in isolation and speed variance. So until next week, stay safe out there, and remember to stand up, speak out, and drive change.